Back with the Ron and Fez show. Thanks for being with us tonight. Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley with you.
Fezzy, it's a roller coaster of love. Say what? Our intern, who, let's face it, is quickly becoming our favorite of all time. Poor Chapin. 2 years he lives together with this girl. He comes home. He finds out she's been shaving her legs.
Which she never does.
Later, going out on dates with a much more handsome guy, I guess, huh, Chapin?
That must have been it, man. I guess so.
You think you did anything wrong in this relationship?
No, I just started working more hours, and I guess I just wasn't there enough for her. I don't know.
Yeah. They hate when you work.
Yeah.
They hate when you work.
Do you think it was because you wouldn't return the marriage talk?
No, we had several discussions about that, and it progressed to the point where she was like, well, okay, well, maybe within the next couple of years, and I was going, 26 is okay, but...
Maybe she's just a freak and wanted to get her freak on. Do you think she's a freak? What was it like at home?
Yeah, I think...
Was it wild?
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you're just not man enough. Did that hurt you a little bit? I didn't mean it that way.
That hurt a little bit.
Maybe she needed something else.
I'm hoping it was just because I wasn't there and she needed someone to fill the void. I'm not trying to think that it was because I couldn't hold up.
You could do hey, we've all been through this thing, but that's like, talking to somebody with burn victim and go, hey, I got burned once too. All you care about is your own pain when you're going through with it.
And Chapin, when you called her up, you were looking for her, and she was all drunked up?
Among other things, yeah.
Coked up, too?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. She's coked up in the middle of the night.
Was she always a partier?
Yeah, that's kind of how we met. We met at a party, and it just sort of went on from there, man.
Yeah.
It was a 2-year party, and it just sort of ended the way it started, I guess.
Yeah. She hot?
Yeah.
Got any pics of her?
Not on me, but I'm sure I could drop.
Yeah, bring one. When do you work? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring one in.
Okay.
Bring me the pics that you never would have showed me before this little problem happened. Fezzy, our quiet, shy producer wants to come in and do an impression of Chapin. Here comes Tommy Bateman. Tommy, come on in and give us the impression of Bateman that you say when he's talking to women on the phone.
Oh, this I'd like to see.
Well, first of all, he answers the phone and he grabs his ear like he's an old-time radio producer. He's like, Ron and Fez show, this is Chapin. What's your name?
He's working his angle.
It sounds like he's like Michael Buffer or something.
All right, so when he talks to a woman, how's he?
He's like, hey, this is Chapin.
Like they need to know who the phone screener is.
I've actually heard him say that. He's like, hey,
you're supposed to get their name, not to give yours.
Hey, how are you? Chapin here. Rocking you.
Sid does the impression, too. He sounds like Fonzarelli back there.
If I bring Sid in, I'll just yell at him for the drinking and driving. And that gets Tommy Telstar and his many different names that he's using, like Little Angel mad at me and Fez. I hate when people send you bad emails, and they do it from different names or mean I ams, and they're doing it from different names. And I can tell by the font, Tommy. I can tell by the font. You're a Little Angel, too. If I busted Lutard, I know I can bust you. Who's the sales girl that's got a crush on Chapin?
I don't know if I should say her name on air.
Sure you should.
Is she hot?
She's all right.
Right? Oh, wow, that's mean. Write it down. Write it down and pass it to me and Fez. Because I didn't know that we even had any single sales girls, but I'm not here much during the day.
And Chapin, are you here during the day that the sales staff girls are checking you out?
Not usually. I don't know where this is coming from, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. We kid you about it.
Oh. I say go for that.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I think she's married.
Whatever. Who are we? What are we?
She's like Chapin. Hey, yo.
What are we, the moral majority here? Chapin can do what he wants to do. He's been through it all. 866-277-4969. Here's Rick. Rick, you're on the Fez.
Hey, Rick. No, Rick. My phone cut out on him.
You know what? This damn rain, I found out that my satellite TV is cut out because it's raining outside. I hate the satellite TV.
The first night I had satellite, the same thing happened to me. It got real cloudy out, and I lost the picture for like 20 minutes.
I have satellite TV for one reason. I can get the Bucks games for Fez. And because of that, I have to put up with a nightmare all the rest of the time.
But you know how much I appreciate it.
Why don't you get the satellite TV, and then I could have cable like I want it, and I'll go over your dumb house.
My neighborhood's too rainy.
See, that's the problem. And I really hate it. And 99% of the time, I hate having it.
I've been going through the thing where just everything in my home is just breaking at once. It's all falling apart.
Yeah, including your bones. For whatever reason. Your teeth are falling out one at a time. Hey, weren't you just having the dreams recently that your teeth were falling out?
Yeah, every now and then that thing crops up.
I read about it, and one of the things that it said is that means that you're worried about your personal appearance. That's what showed up on one of the dream sites that I went to.
Yeah, sometimes they'll come out whole where I'm spitting out a tooth.
Yeah.
Or they'll just crumble in my mouth.
Are you still having the dream where there's a little baby attacking you?
I had one last week.
Yeah.
And it was, and that one I knew the baby, and the baby just started slapping at me.
And you must have
on a bus.
You must have had 24 of these a baby is attacking you dreams.
Yeah, I'm always getting kicked, yelled at, or slapped by a baby.
Are you dressed like Michael Jackson in these dreams?
Those are my fancy pajamas.
Nolan, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, it's Norman, man, but that's okay. How you doing?
Okay, my man.
Hey, I've been driving down the road listening to you guys, one of you guys was dogging the man out because his girl cheated on him, but, you know, it might be for the best because if he turned around and married her and, you know, they got the papers, you know, that come with the marriage, you know, it would have been a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it could always be worse, and I know that doesn't help you when you're the one going through the broken heart. Have you talked to her since you've moved out?
Only because she has my dog still. I'm trying to get that back from her.
Did she say she's sorry? Did she say she wants you back?
Well, no, as I was leaving, I was like, you know, can you at least give me a reason why? And she just sort of shrugged and gave me that.
She just doesn't care.
Nah, I guess not.
Maybe the new guy's terrific, though.
Must be.
Hope he's taking care of that dog.
Oh, no.
Here's Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, what's happening, guys?
What can we do for you, my man?
Man, Chapin is a loser.
Well, just in love, not in life. In life, he's wearing puka shells and a terrific Ford shirt. So he's got great hair. I mean, Chapin is the type of guy you could go into a club and pick up a girl tonight. You're just not interested in that type of thing.
Yeah, well, every once in a while, you know.
Yeah, but what you're really looking for is a nice girl, right?
That's right.
That's the problem. Here's Lindsay. Lindsay, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, evening, gentlemen.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I've always heard, Fezzy, that dreaming about your teeth falling out means you're sexually frustrated, so maybe you need to release some tension there, buddy.
Is that right?
That's what I've heard.
The one that I read said you're worried about your personal appearance.
Oh, well, this one I think came from Scotland.
So you may be sexually frustrated
about my appearance.
Yeah, and well, now Chapin's single, so who knows what can happen for you. All right, Lindsay, thanks for that one. I'd never heard that before.
So take care of yourself, guys.
And, you know, I don't know if I believe in every, like, your dream would mean the same thing to you as it would to me. I see no reason for that to be.
But I've had dreams where besides teeth, I've had dreams before where I'm, like, actually cutting off my own fingers in the dream, where I'm losing digits and toes.
Now you're cutting them off on purpose, like I'm a bad girl. I'm going to cut off this finger.
Not like it's a bad thing. Not like it's just something I'm doing in the dream. Not that it hurts. Not that anyone's screaming, "No, don't cut off your fingers."
Yeah,
they're just coming off. Same with the toes sometimes.
All right. Goddess writes in. She's always heard that the teeth was sexuality as well. I had never heard that one. And I never heard of anyone cutting off their own fingers. Like you're cutting a sandwich in your dream or something?
Yeah, like that simple of an act.
No, you start freaking out when you're slicing your fingers off?
No, like it's no big deal whatsoever. And then I look and I go, oh, you know what? I only got like 8 left. I better quit, cutting these fingers off.
What goes on in that crazy head of yours?
I don't know, but it goes on all night long.
You never just have a relaxing, normal dream?
No, I don't think so. And I dream every single night. Do
you dream every moment that you're dreaming?
I would believe so.
I'd say the same thing. When I read those things that say you only dream a portion of the night, that's a lie to me, because if I was to lay down and have a 5-minute nap, I would have a full dream in it. And I'll wake up several times during the night. You know what I mean? I very rarely sleep through the night, and every time I wake up, I always say, that was a weird dream. Every single time I open my eyes, wow, that was weird.
We used to make each other pass out, like doing the breathing thing and then someone squeezes you. And you'd only be out for like 3 seconds, but I remember having like what would seem to be a half-hour-long dream in 3 seconds.
You know, that's the interesting thing there, is like time is not relative in your dreams at all. And I've dreamt some things that had like backstories and plot twists that I guarantee you I couldn't come up with while I was conscious. I'll come up and go, that was so elaborate that it was almost like Stephen King had the dream for me, because I wouldn't be able to come up with that story.
I've had some of the worst dreams this past weekend. One that I really hate is whenever you're stuck in a loop in your dream, like you got to get something done, and you just have to keep doing it over and over in your dream. Yeah. You never get out of that mode.
Yeah, I hate that. Sometimes I'll even get a word stuck, and I'll just keep hearing it over and over. All right, this dream one for Ask Men says dreams means big changes are happening in your life. That's the teeth falling out. So we've heard 3 different explanations over the teeth falling out. Gary, you're on Ron and Fez.
Well, according to my dream interpretation book, your teeth falling out are directly related to issues with your mother. Fez, how have things been with Mother?
Mother's been all quiet on the mother front lately.
Now Fez's mother can listen to the show.
Yes.
So he's a lot less open.
Oh, did you
She's a joyous woman.
Yeah.
Did you take my advice?
What was that?
Have you started calling her Boo Boo Sugar Bear? Just kind of break the ice.
That, I don't think would work for you.
I don't think that's ice that I want broken.
I don't think that's good. I don't think that's healthy for you with your mom. Carlos.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, one little theory or two that I've heard on the dreams about the teeth falling out is the just basically overall stress or anxiety related, so you can kind of let it go into any phase you want to, whether it's sex, looks, or whatever you want. You can kind of take it any direction.
So that's
just wanted to give you that 2 bits.
What about him cutting off his own fingers?
That, not a clue.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I've never had that.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, my man.
And I've also had a dream where, like, I start eating metal. And that's a recurring one that I have. Like, I'll eat coins or screws or nails or something.
But here's a weird thing for you. I don't know whether you know this, but when you go through extreme stress, maybe even on the verge of high blood pressure and a stroke, you'll get a metallic taste in your mouth. So it may be you're under so much stress that you taste the metal and then you dream yourself that. Because I don't know whether you've ever dreamt along with a radio show or the TV being on, but you start to follow that as part of your dreams.
Yeah, I've done that.
So that's a possibility for you.
For a while, my girlfriend would turn on Howard Stern in the morning while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
And I used to have a dream, like, almost every morning of Buzz Burbank trying to sell me a car.
Or that you were Robin Quivers.
Yes, either or.
See, that's why I have to have the alarm, not the radio.
Yeah,
on the alarm clock, because I'll just keep dreaming along with it.
I'll just start rocking out if I'm listening to a rock station. I'll just be like, I woke up in a love smoke. Stop enjoying the music and get up. I hate waking up with an alarm anyway. That's the best thing about the show that we're on now. I think the most natural thing that can happen in life is when you wake up on your own. That's the best feeling that we get on this planet. You decide through your own internal clock when you're waking up. Hey, Daniel, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I was wondering if you could interpret a dream for me.
Yeah, well, go ahead. We'll try.
All right. I had this last night. I went to a recreational battle with my dad and my brother.
Real quick.
All right, and then it was just an old Civil War, so everybody was shooting each other with muskets.
And
then we ended up getting into it, so it was real and everybody was getting killed. And someone shot me in the back of the head with a bow and arrow.
Yeah. And that's your dream?
And that means...
Gay. That's a gay thing. I would honestly just say it was a gay thing.
An arrow in the back? Yeah. That one's easy. It's not like cutting off your fingers or getting beat up by babies.
Oh, well, hold on. It looks like we've got an interpretation for the cutting off fingers. Let's see if we can find this. Dream, you're boxed into a situation that you cannot comfortably get yourself out of for some time. Their frustration, anxiety, and self-entrapment create an inner crisis. The action of cutting off the fingers, or in many dreams chewing them off, is akin to the wolf who's caught chewing off his own paw to gain freedom. So you feel like you're boxed in, you're trapped, so you cut off your fingers.
So I'm trying to chew off my own paw to escape.
The weird thing is every one of your dreams seems to be tied in with anxiety of some kind or another. Why don't you relax when you lay down at night?
Yeah, it's every one of these. The first word is frustration or stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no relaxing at night.
Yeah.
I feel like I immediately start dreaming.
Yeah, I going to tell you the truth, Fez. I got to agree with you there. I never stop dreaming. Halloween Goddess, how are you, my darling?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Goddess.
Hey, I just had a story about what you were talking about, radio and dreams.
Yeah.
When I was a little girl, I used to sneak and put a little AM radio underneath my pillow at night because I wasn't supposed to have any TV or radio on.
Yeah.
So I used to sleep with it. Well, one morning I woke up and I told my mother that I had this dream that all these people were dying because they took Tylenol. And she got pale and freaked out and went calling all the members of the family, telling them I was psychic, that I had just predicted the codeine poisoning. The Tylenol poisoning.
That's the greatest story I've ever heard.
They're very Catholic, and they believe in all these old signs and things.
Yeah.
When I woke up saying that, they thought for, the whole morning I had a psychic vision.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. This would be great in a movie. That would be a great scene in a movie. Thanks, Goddess. 866-277-4969. Hey, Shane, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Cool, my man.
I think, Fez, you're a little overweight, right?
Yeah, little.
Slightly. And I'm
tiny.
I mean, just slightly. And a lot of times, I wouldn't even believe a lot of those rates that you read, Fez.
I give myself a 5-pound cushion either side, where I don't get too thin, I don't get too heavy.
That's good.
Well, what if maybe the baby attacking you is something to do with your ego? Because, the baby's hitting you. It's a baby.
I've always taken the baby as, like, either a new idea or a new change in his life. And I kind of feel the reason, you know what I mean? Like baby would be the birth of something, which could be like a new part of your life or a new creative idea. And I honestly think that the baby's hitting Fez because he will not see the obvious. And I think that there's like some change that either we should be doing with our show or the career or a bit or something, and that you are not open to it during the day. Like you're maybe even thinking, even if it crosses your mind, like, oh, that's too far-fetched. And like your subconscious is trying to say, Fez, it's so easy, I'm right here.
Right, look at me.
Yeah.
And, a baby needs to be taken care of.
Because I have this real theory about any kind of creativity, that it's not really from each person. Really, have you ever heard about when people write songs, they just go, well, that one came to me in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're open to the universe, God, the higher power, that you just kind of tap into this, for lack of a better term, it's like a river of creativity goes around. And most of the time, if you're a creative person, you're just lucky enough that that's the time that you tapped into it. And I have a feeling, Fez, that you are not doing something that you're supposed to be doing.
That I'm not tapping into it?
That
That's what's keeping me from tapping.
I think it's something outside your normal way of writing or doing or whatever, and you're either just closed off to it, but I feel like there's a big idea there for you, and you are just, kind of shutting down during your conscious hours.
I realized this, too, with the baby dreams.
Yeah.
And I'll throw this into the mix as well. Most of the baby dreams where I'm getting hit or kicked by a baby, it also involves public transportation.
Interesting.
Like the baby will be on a bus. I'll be on a bus with a baby, or like on a train or the metro.
What would that
parking lot?
What would that represent? Though? What would transportation represent?
All I can think of is like an ever-changing, ever-moving.
Yeah, moving, change. And see, I think the baby means something new. That's like a new opportunity, a new idea, a new way of life for you. And I know how much you hate change.
Yeah. There was one baby dream where you were in it.
Yeah.
And that was like on a train, and the baby was kicking me. The baby was hitting me.
Yeah.
And you were like you were going to hit the baby back.
Obviously, that's what I would do in real life. So that's not even a dream. That might have actually happened once, because I've been known to swing at babies. Why don't you do this? The next time that you see a baby swinging at you, say to the baby, what is it you want to tell me? Just try to put that into your subconscious, that the next time, whether you're awake or asleep, and a baby is trying to hit you, just say, and say it very calmly, what is it you're trying to tell me? Because I have a feeling, Fez, you're going to get a message from that.
That's a really good idea, and it's good to just go ahead and start putting it in there now, because a lot of times the dream will move on, and even in the dream I'll go, oh, I just had another one of those baby hitting me dreams.
Right.
So, I mean, it's there. A lot of times it happens before I realize what's going on, that I'm being accosted by another baby.
Kathy, you're on Ron and Fez.
About that public transportation thing, I have a theory.
Good. Please give it to us.
That life is going on, but you're not in control of it. When you drive to work in your car, you control when you go to work, when you come home from work. But when you rely on public transportation, you got to take a long way and sit there like everybody else, and it takes longer. You're not in control. So I think there's a control thing there. You don't feel in control of your life. You're at the mercy of the other powers that be that determine when the train stops, how many stops it makes along the way.
That's an interesting one.
Okay, but I really called about the teeth thing first.
Yeah.
I thought it was general knowledge that this teeth thing that many people have refers to losing someone, either a friend to death or a family member to death or divorce. And then can you feel that you can put the teeth back in place?
That's a good question, because I was going to ask if this makes a point. Sometimes they come out whole, and you could stick it right back in there. Yeah, sometimes they disintegrate. They just crumble.
Do you have these a lot lately?
The teeth one I've had lately. The cutting off the fingers one I haven't had in a while.
Yeah.
But the baby, that's just
when
not.
When you cut off the fingers, Fez, do you feel that you could, like, you observe yourself doing it in a nonchalant fashion, and could you put them back on when you want to?
I couldn't put them back on, but it is a nonchalant fashion. Where, like, Ronnie gave the best example, where it's just as simple as cutting a sandwich.
Yeah.
There's no pain or anything. There's not even blood, I don't think.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Well, good luck,
Not
guys.
your fingers.
Yeah. Thanks, Kath. Dreams, you know what? It's amazing that we really don't talk about dreams more, and that we really don't know anything more about dreams today than we really did like thousands of years ago, when they probably paid more attention to dreams. I'm sure dreams were like television in those days, where people would get up in the morning and tell their dreams like it was a TV show.
I did have one of those dreams a long, long time ago where I got the lottery numbers in the dream.
Yeah.
And jotted them down, actually, and scribbled next to the bed.
And anything come out?
3 out of 6 came in.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, and that never happened again.
Have you ever had the dream of, I got some funny material for the show?
Yes. Yes, where it's like, I got to call Ronnie because this bit with the rabbit is going to kill.
Yeah, and have you ever tried to, write it down or anything? Because I used to do that. I used to think, man, I'm dreaming such funny stuff, I'll write it down. And then I would get up in the morning, and it would always be, the worst possible writing. Like you were really drunk, and you would never follow lines. And it would just be squirrels and nuts. A squirrel's nuts. And that would be the thing that woke me up. And I'd be like, just I'm not even going to bring this up to anyone.
I've had the dream where we've been at an appearance and someone hands me a guitar to perform.
Yeah.
And I have no idea about how to play guitar whatsoever.
Yeah.
And somehow I've been able to do it, like, in front of an audience. And all of a sudden, and I'm like, just keep your fingers moving because it's working. You're playing the right song. Just go with it.
That's the best kind of dream that you can have. That's the absolute best dream. We'll take a break. Going to be right back in a few moments. We've got such weird heads. Two of the oddest people you've ever listened to. It's the Ron and Fez Show.